All right guys, welcome back. My name is Steve with LRM Leasing. What I want to talk about today is do some brake adjustments on some vehicles that we have here. In this video, we're going to talk about doing brake adjustment. So brake adjustment, you're going to be doing these for a few reasons. One would be replacing a brake chamber. Two is you're going to be replacing brake shoes. And then the third is if you're going to get towed, because they're going to have to back off your brakes to move your truck around. Those are the only reasons why you need to do a brake adjustment. Now, if you're just doing a brake adjustment because you failed DOT, the problem being is that now with the newer vehicles and everything, that by law you have to have an automatic slack adjuster. So it should be auto adjusting every time. If it's not doing that, then your slack adjuster is going to be cause of the problem. And what we're going to have to do is, so I can help you guys, we may drop off another video on how to replace a slack adjuster. But in this video, let's start talking about how to do a brake adjustment. All right guys, so first thing we need to do is identify what kind of brake chamber you have. If you guys have seen this, it's the annual vehicle inspection report. You guys can purchase this at any truck stop. You know, they'll have it. What I want you to do is pay close attention to the back, all right? So on the back, it's gonna tell you, you know, what brake chambers and the travel that you have to have. So what's so important about this is that the travel, when you step on the brake, that clevis from the brake chamber has to travel so far. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about a 30-30 long stroke. And when we take that measurement, we wanna make sure we do not exceed 2.5 inches. Because if we do, then the adjustment is incorrect. Then the next thing we're going to need for tools. So for tools, depending on what slack adjuster you have, you may need a ratchet with a socket, a 7/16, or a brake adjustment tool, which is for the top part where you can adjust the slack adjuster, which allows the brake shoe to go in and out. And with that slack adjuster, you're also going to need a tool to pop out the paw. So that allows you to back it off. And these tools that you can easily get online, just type in brake adjustment tool and it should pop up, and they should look pretty similar to this. And then the last thing you would need would be a tape measure. So that's what we're going to use to find our fixed point on the clevis, and then when you step on the brakes, it's going to travel, and you could just got to, wherever you made that mark, you're going to see it travel. So again, remember, 30-30 long, you don't want to exceed 2.5 inches. All right guys, so before we get underneath the truck, what we need to do is do a few things. One, we got to make sure that the truck is above 100 PSI. Two, big one, it's safety. Let's chalk those tires. And then the third thing is you're going to release the parking brakes. Once that's all done, we're going to get underneath that truck. So when doing the brake adjustment, you're going to need your tools for this particular slack adjuster. So you have the one where you do the cranking on the top. This will allow you to move your brake shoe in. So once you move it all the way to the drum where it's nice and tight, you're gonna keep cranking until you can't move it anymore. Once you see that brake shoe touching the drum, you're gonna get it all the way down. Just like so. Now, once it's all the way down, you're gonna use the other tool to release the paw. You're going to let that pop out, and you're going to back off a half a turn. So once you get one complete half turn, all right, so that should be adjusted. Now, depending on the brake chamber you have, like the one I have here is a 30-30 long stroke. This one here, we can't go no much further than 2.5 inches. Once I get my tape measure, you're going to put it right up against the base of the brake chamber and find any point that mark so you can remember the indication. So I'm going to go right here in the middle, and then now I'm going to indicate to my guy to step on the brake to see how far it travels. So we went from here to here, so we're already over just a little over 1 inch, but not 1.5 inches. That means that this brake has been successfully adjusted properly. And then what I'll do is I would do the same thing on the other side. All right guys, I hope that the video has helped you today, showing you guys how to properly do a brake adjustment. Just remember that the adjustments, you make the measurements correct before leaving the truck. If you remember anything that you saw and liked here, just hit the like button. If you have any questions and concerns, please leave a comment at the bottom. And guys, don't forget to subscribe.